Hey fellow comrades, how you guys been doing? It's your boys in here and welcome to today's battle. This match, man. Let me say something. The opponent we're about to face is something else, because all his Pokemons have been legit EV breed. He's been using emulators, sure, but he's got some shinies that are legit. And I don't know how long it took him to get all this stuff done, but kudos to you, man. That is straight down incredible. Still, I want to thank the people that's been directly supporting my channel. I will leave their names in here, because with your help, especially as I plan to bring you guys a new Let's Play, and you know how I am, I tend to swear a lot. I think that would be, your help directly supports me, just because I'm probably not going to be able to use ads on those videos, just because I tend to swear. And your help directly allows me to express how I want in my Let's Plays. But anyways, with that being said, let's get this battle going against our player here, which I will also leave his Discord in description, so you guys can contact him in case you want to have a battle with him as well. I'm pretty sure he would be more than happy to oblige. He's an incredible player, by the way. Switching on to Slowbro here, I've noticed I got two Sword Dances. That was my mistake. I tend to edit my Pokemon with Pika Salve, and I should have had Sleep Powder instead of that, so I cannot risk a Sleep Powder miss, and there's a Psychic chance he may actually do that. A Psychic coming my way, but I switch out to my Shelfia. And I took Thunderbolt, a Thunder Wave, but that's okay, because Thunder Wave isn't really that big of a deal, just because I'm thinking he will most likely switch out. I go for the Psychic, as he switches out to Ampharos. Does a considerable amount of damage, but not enough. I do get a special defense decrease, but I'm still fearing him going for that Thunderbolt. So I decided it's my best opportunity to switch out to my Magneton and go from here, as he does make a great move by going for Light Screen, expect me to switch out. Normally, he would have probably outspeed me, and that special defense decrease would have been negated either way. As I go for the Thunder Wave here, hoping, since he's got Light Screen now, I'm thinking he may potentially not even have Rest. This could be a support setup Ampharos with Thunderbolt, but I'm really doubting he's got things like Hidden Power, just because, again, Pokemon of his are legit, as long as the emulator is involved, still legit in the game breed. And that's crazy. All his Pokemons are shiny, man. I don't know how long it took you, man, but that's insane. That's just straight on insane. Oh man, love it. But anyways, I was thinking Thunderbolt, but he actually did Thunder Wave. After that, I go for Rock Slide, expecting to switch out to Pokemon that's a flying type, trying to avoid and then properly switch out to something else that can take a Rock Slide. But he actually switches out to Slowking. Man, I wish I Earthquake there, but I didn't. So I switch out to my Slowbro. I know I can take Slowking's moves one-on-one. Since I'm paralyzed, he cannot even Toxic me if he's got anything of that sort. That would be quite devastating, but I do have Rest on it, so either way, I'm completely fine. And now I switch out to my Magneton, expecting him to switch out, but he does switch out to Ampharos. I wasn't really thinking he will switch out to Ampharos, maybe he's gonna review something else, but Slowbro is a really hard Pokemon to switch stuff in directly, so I actually do understand this switch. As I switch out back to my Graveman, my Graveler, and I'm thinking, okay, this Graveler tends to work like Golem outside of Toxic. So basically, I do have Explosion in case like this. He does go for Light Screen, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, I think Reflect is gone. So go for the Toxic. He makes an exceptional move. I'm pretty sure he didn't expect that. He was probably expecting something else. Because Toxic, I wouldn't, he was paralyzed, if I'm not mistaken, and then switching out is quite considerable. But Victreebel completely avoids being part poison, and I will have to think, because I got two flying type Pokemon are excellent against part type poison Pokemon. The problem is that Ampharos. So I switch out to my own Victreebel. I really wanted to pronounce that name, but I think my video would get completely ruined, so I didn't even try, It's just, I gotta grow some more balls, to do that. But right now, he does go for the Sword Dance, and I'm completely fine with that. Sword Dance, Sludge Bomb should do one more time more damage than I did to him, which is exactly the case. Look at that damage calc. Luckily enough, he didn't get the he actually didn't get a crit, which is good, because I want to do some damage to where Drill Peck from the likes of my bird can take it out, which is exactly what I'm going to try to do. So I switch out to my Magneton, but he actually expects
me to switch out, probably expecting that Sludge Bomb again hitting me, and that makes an exceptional move, man. I think Magneton and Victreebel are base same speed, but since he's got Eevee, Speed Breed, you know, all this legit stuff, he may actually lack some speed, or maybe he's, you know, but I doubt, because in this Pokemon generation you can have pretty much things mostly maxed out, but then again it depends on some other factors. As I switch out to my Dugtrio, hoping he's probably gonna set up again, Sword Dance again, trying to get a sweep going, and I can easily outspeed him. And with the damage I took on him, I basically gave on him, is enough to take it out. Now he was actually expecting to survive at least one, which I actually do understand. Because of the damage, I think that was maximum roll, since most of these Pokemon are very bulky. And luckily enough, I actually took him out before he took me out, because the trio can be very important to the likes of Hitmon. So I'm looking at this stuff right now. Okay, so basically Thunder can come in, Ice Beam can come in, a lot of things can come in from an elemental perspective, but he actually expect me to switch out, probably to Slowbro, expecting like an Ice Beam, or I'm not too sure what else, maybe something else, probably not Thunder or Thunderbolt, but I go for a return, Max Happiness return, that's a significant amount. Nidoqueen misses. Now bear in mind that I don't think a Thunder would actually one-shot me, just because everything is max stats, but at the same time it would probably take me down to about 80% damage, and that would be already pretty crazy. So I go for a return again, because I know at the range amount of HP damage I did, I will take him out, and I get a crit with this return, which is pretty significant because it allows me to attack him again, don't need to switch out on the Ampharos, and pretty much just playing it safe. As he switches out to his Granbull, Granbull is a considerable mon. By the way, actually, he sent me his save file, because you know, he's really proud of his stuff that he's making here, but I'm so impressed that he can have so many Pokemon being shinies. I am just completely astounded by all this stuff, man. That is absolutely incredible. He goes for the Charm, which is definitely something convenient, something more gimmicky, something quite creative, which I really like. He's got Curse and Charm. He's got Return. I'm not too sure if he's got Rest on this as well. He doesn't have Earthquake, or else he would have used it. But since he did go for the Charm, and now he's trying to Curse, I'm starting to really get into a position where I'm not looking too good. So I missed 2 Toxic in a row. Whether or not that's crucial, it kinda is, just because I wanna wear this Pokemon down, because it's becoming such a powerful threat that if he's got Earthquake, Magneton's gonna go down. You know, and even with +2 curses, it doesn't matter. It's still gonna be doing that neutral damage. It's gonna do a lot. Look at how much it does to Graveler. Chances are my Magneton is probably gonna take about the same amount of damage, which could potentially be a 2-shot. So once I do poison it on the 3rd turn, would I wanna say, you know, this misses make up for those previous misses? Definitely not, because Toxic is something else. So he was way more unlucky. As I switch out to my Victreebel, thinking maybe he's got Rest, who knows, he doesn't, but I'm also gonna sack my Victreebel, because I'm noticing that if I cannot one-shot things, I may not be in a good position. Plus this is a physical attacking Victreebel, and I just need to set up a little bit more appropriately. Anyways, he does go for the return. Yeah, he just attacks. He doesn't go for a curse again. He could have easily have done that, you know, because I'm not gonna two-shot him. But I go for the Endure. I made a mistake on this set. I have leftovers on my Dugtrio instead of actually running a berry or something like that. That would, like, you know, make me safe against status moves and so forth, like Thunder Wave. But yeah, that was my mistake, because now I kinda negate the idea that I'm not 200 power base. I still preserve my Pokemon though, switch out to my Graveler knowing I will be taken down, but that's okay. He's got that Slowking there. I don't think you know, my Graveler is gonna be that important to this battle, but I have to admit that he could have, you know, I could have still used that last resort explosion. Sadly enough, it's not gonna come down to that. So to switch out to my Magneton, and I am asleep, but I'm really hoping I can wake up. So I got a 1-turn sleep. Of course, it's gonna be counting there, no, you know, no question about it. But now the 2nd turn is gonna be coming in, and I'm really hoping that I can wake up. Now here's the thing: I need to damage this Pokemon to where Toxic gonna stock up so much that he's absolutely impossible to do anything about it.
He does switch out, preserves his Granbull. Excellent move his behalf, because the Thunderbolt stocking up with Toxic would actually put down the Granbull to a reasonable amount. If he doesn't have rest, he would probably be a goner. So he switches out to Ampharos. He probably wasn't expecting me to wake up that early. He probably wanted to rest on me. I'm not too sure if he has it, but he may not. Thunder Wave, Light Screen, Thunderbolt. Yeah, he probably doesn't have it. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. But I go for the Thunderbolt. I did try to wake up there for a turn. I did. That was very lucky. For a turn tends to be the neutral time, but you know, you can go 5 turns, and that's a completely different story. Still, he did review the Psychic on this, I think, and he did review the status move and also the screen support. Go for the hidden power, hoping he will switch out. He does not. Doesn't really do much, because I think this is hidden power fire, if I'm not mistaken, or it's not ground, because ground would actually apply my attack, and my attack is definitely not good. So I'm looking really bad right now. The game started really good. Once Great War was taken down, stuff started to look really bad. So I'm thinking, okay, now I know he will switch out, because if he's got mono attack move like Psychic, he's not really gonna be doing me much. Hypno is not an offensive threat. So switch out directly to my Ho-Oh, which of course is not, to my Saitasai. So it switches out to his Nidoqueen, and I'm thinking, okay, now Scyther is quite significantly bulky, but I'm actually looking at my HP, and I am actually a little bit worried that my hidden power is not what I need to have. So Fire Blast, again, he misses. That is absolutely ridiculous. Now you're gonna see that Fire Blast doesn't really do that much as one would expect, just because normally you expect Fire Blast to be doing a lot, but this is still on stab, and it is coming from Nidoqueen, which is not that big of a threat. It's no Nidoking in this case. Nidoking could have been easy to shot me, but Nidoqueen cannot. And I'm starting to notice, whoa, I took that really well. Maybe he's gonna miss again. Maybe he's gonna do something else. I can try to take this into my advantage. So I'm gonna go for the Wing Attack right now, because I'm noticing with a +2, I may potentially put this Pokemon out of the picture. I think I'm in the clear, or at least I hope I'm in the clear of this taking this Pokemon down. But it's not gonna be easy. That's the problematic part. Now I'm thinking he's got Slowking, and he's got other Pokemon like Granbull and Hypno. All these Pokemon are quite bulky, so Wing Attack is gonna be hitting his Hypno, but it will take him out, no question about it. It is only 60 base, but it is stabs. We have to consider that a little bit. Still, the problem is that Granbull there. And he does get Charm, but he has Poison, so he's kind of a bit on a timer if he doesn't have Rest. But the biggest problem is, without a doubt, the Slowking. So Slowking or Granbull, we're gonna see how these things are gonna turn out. He does switches out to his Granbull, and I go for Hidden Power Bug, because I thought it's Hidden Power Bug, it's 70 base, it's gonna be doing a little bit more than Wing Attack. Potentially I can maybe even two-shot him. I could have went for a +4 and be a little bit on that side, but I didn't. I could have potentially two-shot him, but in other way he would have actually thrown me out, because that is most like Hidden Power Dark. So that is ridiculous. Anyways, here I'm just waiting. Okay, will he attack me? But he may have Rest, so I don't want to risk this. I'm just gonna attack it, thinking he may actually stay in, but he switches out to Slowking. Now, Slowking is a special defensive tank like no other, and Slowbro is actually quite significantly bulky even on special defense. So Slowking versus Slowbro, it all depends on PP. But here is the thing, right? If his Pokemon are legit EV trained, then I'm pretty sure his PPs are not completely maxed out, because most of the people don't have the time to afford to make Pokemon legit, and you know what I mean. And people are still busy, and I'm pretty sure he's also busy. But one-on-one, it's a question of how much PP he actually has, and comparing to me that I use Pikachu, so I can make a team like 10 minutes with a little bit of thinking with Showdown team builder and so forth. So he isn't really doing me much damage, but I also aren't doing him much damage. So honestly, don't want to see a battle that's a Slowbro versus Slowking, but honestly, I prefer the Slowking. I always thought Slowking was the cooler one. Maybe because it's got a resemblance to the idea of being a human, but hey, it's just a cool looking mon, Slowbro, on the other hand, is a powerful mon. It's really just one of the two that you can never go wrong with either of them, depending on what kind of team you have. But Slowbro, for some reason, has always been that more,
useful one, considering. So, Magneton, that served it so much damage. Hidden Power, expecting him to switch out. He did not. That was just terrible move on my behalf. I should have not done that. I should have just Thunderbolt, but I didn't really expect him to stay in. That Thunderbolt would do about 40%, I would imagine, maybe 45%, but it is a Magneton, maybe half, maybe, but we're talking about max special defense Slowbro, so I would never take it out, no matter what. Even with a crit, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take him out, but it would probably take him down to a significant amount. So, I have to think here, because Flail, with leftovers, I'm actually checking a little bit with Google here also. With leftovers, Flail's right now I think it's about 100 base. But I just use Flail instead of Return, which I think Return is 101 base. And see how much damage I do. I don't do enough. I wish I was 200 base, but that leftovers really took me by surprise. And I'm also not 150 base because leftovers came in before I had a chance to attack. So now I'm thinking, okay, Hidden Power, man, is it? But the way I should have known it's dark, because the damage it did on Granbull, I should never use it again, right? I should never use it again. So what do? I go for the Sword Dance. And for some reason I thought it's a glitch. There is no way. There is just no way that is just no way. So you know, that would also apply. That I thought it's a glitch. There's just no way. I even rechecked it to make sure it's bug, and I had it saved up as bug, so maybe it was a pre-save or something, but Hidden Power does nothing. It is super effective, so it's probably dark. And dark uses, if I'm not mistaken, dark uses a special in this generation. It's probably special, and Ghost is actually physical. So yeah, that's just completely ridiculous. So that was a huge mistake on my behalf, because I could have Wing Attack here, do more than enough to where I could have easily two-shot him, and after that just go and rage through the rest of his mons, which I think it's only Granbull. But this looks pretty terrible, because here's the thing, right? I got a sleeping Slowbro, and he may also have rest on his Slowking as well. The problem is he also has Granbull, so one-on-one I'm losing. But I am asleep. I'm not too sure if he realizes this, that I already, you know, the rest doesn't reset once you switch out, which I know, I'm pretty sure he does know this. He may actually still decide to switch out. I will wake up, there could be a speed tie, and maybe Surf will take him out. While if he actually switches out, he will get that leftover support where Surf will not take him out and he can get a rest. So maybe that's why he switches out to Granbull, just because he does not want to risk a speed tie and me taking him out. Since I haven't revealed my last move counter, he may think I have something to actually hit this Pokemon for super effective damage. But I do go for Surf. I do take a return reasonably well, and after that I took him out. He's still got two more Pokemon left, so stuff are not looking too good for me. Nidoqueen is one of them, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly why he actually switches out. He didn't really want to risk a Surf actually taking him out, because as much as he is a wall and a Pokemon that's very specially defensive, we have to understand that that HP damage that his, you know, Slowking was at was still very, very low. And that can actually make a difference. You know, even no matter how bulky you are, you may be taken down. So he switches out back to his Slowking, and now that leftovers is a huge difference, because that leftovers may actually make him take this serve. And yeah, I don't know. It's a crit. So clearly, the crit really showcases it that I could have probably one-shotted it if I got a speed tie, but normally thinking about it, since he is legit breeding, there could potentially not have been a speed tie, and that was a match. So Slowking versus Slowbro at the end, one-on-one, going down who's gonna take all. I don't know if Nidoqueen, just the amount of insanity that was built in missing was ridiculous. But an unstabbed Thunder and so forth, I don't think Slowbro would have been taken down. So just seeing how much he does against Saito with Fire Blast, I'm pretty sure I would have been able to survive. But the thing is, I could have been paralyzed with it as well. So that was an excellent match to my opponent, man. You played an excellent game. To be honest, all those misses in a way made me feel like you actually deserve this win. in a way. You really do. The toxic miss on my behalf is nothing to compare. I allowed that grab boot to set up way too early, way too much. That was my mistake. That hidden power was also my mistake. That sword dance too instead of sleep powder was my mistake. Oh man, but I did fix it. Still, all those mistakes really did make the game a little bit different, but hey, they made the game came out even closer if anything. So hope you guys have enjoyed it. Be sure to go check out my opponent, and thank you for the match, man. I look forward to having a match with you again. Yeah, guys, it's probably weekend by the time I upload this, so have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Be sure to share this video with others, and if you want to directly support me, then you know, feel free to do so by becoming a member of my channel. This actually allows me to bring you guys my Let's Play and be able to commentary the way I want to commentary. Since I don't even need to use ads or anything like that, I can just afford to bring you guys you know, my content the way I want. So thank you very much for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.